Before we dive into today's story, I want to ask all of you for a quick favor. If you enjoy my content, please hit that subscribe button and help me reach my next milestone of 4,000 subscribers. Your support means everything to me. The celebration had been arranged with absolute precision. Every balloon, every light, every song had been chosen with care, shaping an evening that should have radiated perfection. Guests poured in, their laughter and conversations weaving through the room. Glasses tapped together, compliments drifted easily, and I floated from group to group, smiling, greeting, soaking in what was supposed to be the wonder of the night. Everything appeared flawless, or so I thought. Then I saw him, my husband Michael, standing motionless across the room. His gaze anchored to me with a look that sent a cold shudder sliding down my spine. It wasn't anger. Not exactly, but a deep, unsettling intensity that made the entire celebration fade into the background. His stare felt like it was slicing straight through me, peeling back layers, and a heavy dread began building in my chest. Something was about to happen. Something far bigger than anything I had anticipated. Michael had barely said a word all night. Instead of chatting, laughing, and mingling like he usually would, he simply observed. Quiet. Still. Calculating. The subtle stiffness in his stance caught my eye. The faint tightening of his jaw. The slight narrowing of his eyes. Tiny details, almost invisible, yet terrifying in what they implied. No one else seemed to notice, but I could feel a storm gathering just beneath the surface. I tried to stay engaged in a conversation, but the sinking feeling in my stomach only deepened. Then he stood, not casually, but with careful, deliberate purpose. His movements commanded attention instantly. Heads turned. The music seemed to hesitate. Laughter dimmed. A strange, heavy silence blanketed the room. My smile faltered, because I suddenly understood. He wasn't simply stepping away. He was making a statement. Each step he took carried a weight that words alone could never convey. Whispers spread through the guests. Uneasy glances were exchanged. People sensed something shifting even if they couldn't name it. Michael walked straight through the center of the room without acknowledging a single person. His steps were controlled, precise. I felt rooted in place, unable to speak, my pulse pounding in my ears. The joy I had so carefully constructed dissolved, replaced by an undercurrent of tension that spread like wildfire. Every stride he made dismantled the illusion of perfection I had worked so hard to create. Guests murmured softly, a mix of curiosity and apprehension growing as they realized something significant was unfolding. When he reached the doorway, panic surged through me. He paused, meeting my eyes for just a moment. With that one silent exchange, everything became painfully clear. His disappointment was unmistakable. His stance radiated authority. His expression carried a calm, final certainty. It wasn't rage. It was controlled, unwavering power, leaving no space for excuses or denial. That single look shattered the fantasy I had built for the night. Every illusion of control I had clung to collapsed in an instant. When the door clicked shut behind him, the sound echoed like a verdict. The room went still. Guests remained frozen, caught between confusion and fascination. The smiles I had imagined would define the night now felt hollow, superficial. My heart pounded, heat rising in my cheeks as the realization sank in. The humiliation I had feared wasn't a possibility anymore. It was already unfolding. The minutes that followed were torture. The music, laughter, and chatter had all but disappeared, leaving only a suffocating tension suspended in the air. I tried to regain my composure, forcing polite remarks and strained smiles, but each attempt only emphasized the void his absence had left. People were unsettled, their eyes drawn repeatedly to the unspoken drama hanging between us, silently confirming the shame burning through me. Then Michael returned. Not shouting, not accusing, not angry, just composed, controlled, exuding a quiet authority that made the entire room fall into silence once again. He didn't need volume. The steadiness of his presence alone commanded attention. And then he revealed everything. Every lie, every omission, every betrayal I had hoped would remain hidden. Each truth dropped like a blow, tearing apart my confidence and exposing me completely in front of everyone present. I stood there, barely able to breathe as the room seemed to close in around me. The laughter and joy that had once set the atmosphere now felt absurd, almost mocking. Friends, family, co-workers, All of them bore witness as the image I had so carefully constructed unraveled before their eyes. Michael's calm dominance left me speechless, powerless. The humiliation was absolute, inescapable and complete. By the time the night ended, the party I had meticulously planned had become the stage for my public undoing. The decorations, the music, the smiles, none of it mattered anymore. Everything had been overshadowed by the precision of his timing, his composure, his unshakable strategy. No one remembered the celebration itself. They remembered the moment everything fell apart. And I would never forget what it felt like to be outmaneuvered publicly, entirely, and without a path back.